Sometimes what's inside the box is not enough and you want to upgrade your game. Here are some of the most insane upgrades we've ever seen. We're gonna go through 10 games, each one having a really insane upgrade or a very unique one. Let's start with one of our favorite games ever, Nemesis. One of the things you're gonna stare the most when playing any board game pretty much so that has a board, well, is the board. And the Nemesis board is fine. It's a bit dark looking, but they have pieces on there and I think I just ripped it, so I'll definitely have to upgrade it after this video. But some people already have. Just look at this. This is a literal 3D board where you will place tiles right here and move around literal small corridors here, which would make the game even more immersive and impressive. Creating such a board would definitely take a lot of time. Look at all the details and everything's been painted, and there are even some traces from previous games, like these little blood splatters. I think those are, oh, somebody's been dragged here. Those are the players that didn't make it. Most don't make it in Nemesis. But this person definitely did make it. Look at that board. I just can't keep gushing about it. Here's another implementation of a board that includes places for your tokens, card holders, and oh boy, does it look good. It's amazing. How do you store these things? Really, I want to know. How do you store these? And then when you think you've seen the coolest boards ever, then there's this with blinking lights everywhere, literal glowing objects, and this looks like a literal horror ship, which the game intended to be. This board wears the inspiration for Nemesis on its sleeve. Just look at those Wayland-Yutani logos right there. Amazing. This board has digital displays for anything you need to track in the game. And just look at that alien right there in the corridor. I mean, it's already scary, just the board itself, but the alien there, I wouldn't want to go in there. Well, I would, because this board looks great. Here is the starting area where you start the game, and even one of the cryopods is on its side where you find the dead body at the beginning. Just the attention to detail and everything. Wow. I mean, I think this would bring the game for me from 10 to 11 if I get to play on this board. Just when you think this board has everything, this even has a smoke machine where you can put in smoke into the corridors to make it even more gloomy and scary. Look at it, it's right there, just this little fog. It is insane. Insane in the best way possible. And the crazy board was created by Bravo Gaming. Well, bravo. Next on our list is going to be another sci-fi game that has a board, which is right here, and it's pretty decent as well. And you're landing there, killing aliens, and just trying to get to objectives. But it's like the Earth, pretty flat. I don't think Earth is really flat, I'm kidding. But what if we could upgrade it? It's not gonna be as cool as the Nemesis one, but look at this. The flat spaceship is replaced by this 3D printed and painted one, and it just looks great. It's very distinct. You can see it there. It occupies the exact spaces where it should be on the board and you can't enter, and even the objective spaces are there. Amazing. And he even added a bush right here. And then there's the other side of the board, which doesn't have an impressive spaceship, but it does have trees and bushes that also act as a terrain right there. And it just pops. It's simple, right? You 3D print it, paint it, and Mom, the game is so much better. Did I just say mom? Maybe I did, you will never know. But yeah, since 3D printers are very accessible these days, printing terrain is no big deal anymore. So I really like when people do something different, like literal crafts. For example, Clank Catacombs has a market that's not very visible, it's just staying there flat on the board. But what if it could be like this? It's standing upright, it's easy to see, and it's made out of wood, just something glued together. That's real craft and innovation, right? Using something you already have to create something that looks unique and works. When upgrading games, I'm always looking for a game that I really like, which is like one of my top 10 games of all time. And for both of us, me and the other Yanis who's indisposed right now, Dune Imperium is one of those games. How may it be upgraded? Let's see. The first upgrade for Dune Imperium that's really cool is the combat board. Like here, each player places their units that they will send into the combat, and this is each player's garrison, which you can take it out and place it somewhere. It's very easy, it's distinct, and they're just not going to escape those soldiers anywhere, because they're walled in. Next upgrade for Dune Imperium are the player boards themselves. And yes, remember I said, oh, 3D printing's so easy? Some people go the extra mile and handcraft them. Look at this. It is made from wood, where you can put in all your cards, resources, and everything just stays in its place and doesn't escape anywhere. This looks really cool and even somehow authentic for the universe. Here's another example of a similar wooden board, just without the cards, and look at that design. It's really cool. I'm gonna say cool at least 5 more times in this video, so prepare yourself. Another wooden board which includes more spaces for things to place upright, so it's easier for you to see what you have and don't have. Wow, when do people find time for these? It's very cool. 4 more times. And here's another version of that wooden board where you can fold it all together and store it, and then you flip it up and look, places for your cards, places for your pieces. Boards is going to be one of the most common upgrades for games, even the older classic ones like Catan. And sometimes bigger might be better. Look at this giant Settlers of Catan board. If you're playing with older people who don't see as well, this board is not going to be a problem. If you're playing with older people like me who can't see that well anymore, this board's not going to be a problem. The pieces are giant. Look, that's a real human hand right there on a giant meeple. Whew, gotta have a lot of room for that board. Talking about our favorite games of all time, here's one that Giannis T really loves. Slay the Spire. How can that be upgraded? I mean, it's pretty good already, isn't it? Let's see. First thing are the combat trays, where you have room for each of the cards, your pieces, and easily trackable health tiles right here. Super easy. And the best part, it's made out of wood. Again, is that coming back? One of the simplest upgrades in games where you have tokens are these capsules, where you can place tokens inside. They're easy to shuffle, they don't wear and tear, and just looks nice, right? What I really like about people when they're coming up with upgrades for games is how innovative and funny they can be. For example, this heat upgrade for the storm map, where there's water and just raining, is really unique. It's essentially shrink wrap that is placed on the board, or plastic, that does look like it's raining there and it's all wet, and you can place your cards on it easily. It looks great. When I saw this for the first time, I thought, this is funny and great, and I think I'm gonna use that. So we talked about player boards and game boards as an upgrade. Another important upgrade is going to be storing your game, especially for games like Marvel Champions. Marvel Champions is a living card game. What that means is every month or so there are new packs released that keep piling up more and more and more. And the basic insert is just not gonna do it at one point. So how do people solve that problem? One of the common ways is create your own box, and this person has gone an extra mile and just embroidered all these little icons and visuals of each of the heroes. And is the box itself made out of like some kind of cloth? It's just amazing. This one looks really high-tech, like Tony Stark himself designed this. Look, it's this big aluminum case that you just open up, and you have all the heroes right here, separate deck boxes for each of the adventures. This looks, all it's missing is like a voice of a AI talking, please select your deck. Really, it doesn't do that, does it? Looks like it could. Way back when 3D printers were not as accessible as you'd think. Yes, it's hard to imagine. Now, a lot of people have them at their houses. But way back when, that was not an option. And if you'd be playing a game like Combat Commander, which has the boards of the likes of... They're not too pretty. First of all, they're paper map, doesn't bother me. But it's very plain, right? It's very plain. And the houses and everything, some people when I played this walked by and asked if this was a prototype. What do they know? But one person took it to his heart to improve that. And that happened 20 years ago. No 3D printers. Let's see what happens. This person took anything available to him, like little cardboard pieces, and I don't even know what the roads are made of. These little self-made trees and these little out-of-stick made fences, and just created his own custom board, which actually, even now, almost 20 years later, looks pretty good. These houses, you can see, are pretty functional. You can see what's inside of them. You can see these little windows right here, the bridges. These flags are from another game, Battle. But other than that, it's really cool. I'd play on this board. And here's another close-up of the buildings and the pieces themselves. Why do I have so many pictures of Common Commander and upgraded pieces? Because I really love this game. And I wish they would make a prettier version of it. It doesn't take much. Just please. Anyways, thanks for watching, and what are your favorite game upgrades that are simple to do and very complex to do and you'd like to do or you already have done? Just let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll do another one of these if you want to see. Let us know. Bye!